watching Faith and Coffee Bean. Hey guys, if you watch this video later on, just know that you're watching a live video. I am a big coffee geek. There's just no other way to say it. I'm a nerd when it comes to coffee. I like to go live. I try to go live about 2 or 3 times a week. So if you're a geek like me and you want to see some cool stuff, I try to really focus on things that are pretty affordable in the coffee world. Sometimes I have a brand reach out to me and send me something really, really cool. And I love that. And I always try to share that and do some reviews for y'all. And that's kind of what I'm doing today. And I decided to do it live because I did a full video on a very similar thing by this company, but they're doing something really special. So just kind of full disclaimer, I was sent this as a review unit for these two items here. No money's exchanged hands. All opinions are my own. Like I said, I'm just a geek. I'm not, I have a very small YouTube channel, and I really appreciate it. If you are a geek like me, hit that subscribe button because I just am a geek. Just no other way to say it. Y'all, I love coffee way too much. I'm always goofing around and, trying to make some good stuff at home. I've shared this story a lot in a lot of my videos that, I worked in a coffee shop when I was in college, but I always kind of thought I had to have a big Italian machine to make really good coffee, and I don't know why my brain did that for so long. But y'all, I have just gone down this rabbit hole lately of just finding awesome ways to make coffee at home for a good price. So that's why I say I do say that because I'm always trying to find something on a budget. But the tools, like I mentioned, that I'm showing are really kind of high end and kind of have a neat story. So today we are going to be roasting up, listen to me. We are going to be pulling some shots from Intelligentsia. This is the El Gallo blend. This is, I believe, is it a blonde blend? It's the light blend. I really wanted to try out some OG specialty coffee, folks. It's been a long time since I've had any of their coffee. These guys are OG, big time, old school. 1995 is when they got started. Some of the first people to do some really cool specialty coffee stuff. So, mad respect for them. We're going to be brewing that today. And kind of the cool thing that I want to tell you guys is, and I want to say it right, COFFMETER, like cough, COFF meter, COFFMETER is the new sister company of Dye Fluid. And you guys, basically, what it comes down to, it's Dye Fluid really trying to make their stuff that's really super high end, more budget friendly, and more for the home barista. So they are just an amazing company. You've probably seen folks like Lance and James Hoffman using their scales and their refractometer. I've been using their refractometer a lot. I really love it. Really, the pros use this, and if you are a home barista and you really want to get into roasting your own beans, really kind of honing in your craft, that type of thing, having a tool like a refractometer really does help. Now, do you have to have this? I'm going to just tell you right now, no, definitely not. You can make great coffee without knowing the, TDS of the coffee. You can. That's crazy to even say that. But is it cool to kind of know what you're doing and kind of have that, a precision tool to be like, wow, this is really where I'm at? Yeah, it's super cool. And does it help you? Yeah, I definitely think it can help you. But like I said, I would never tell anyone, hey, you have to have this in order to make great coffee. So this is what they're doing. They're basically, right now, there's a $20 discount on Amazon. The links are in the description. It's basically what they had for about $250 for this one. I'm going to go ahead and just open it up right now, and I'm going to give you a big surprise. Oh, crap. Don't want to drop something. I almost dropped something. Inside, it's the exact same refractometer. So that's the exact same refractometer as the one that was coming directly from Dye Fluid. And I'm going to use mine just because I don't know if I want to dirty this one up. I'm kind of thinking what I'm going to do with this. So I might do a giveaway. I don't know. I'm kind of thinking about this one a lot. I might use it as a second one. But you guys, this is so cool. Like, this is the exact same refractometer. It's just done at a better price. And I really like the fact that they're trying to make stuff a little more accessible, because this really is kind of one of those things where, you know, if you want to up the game, it's a great way to up the game. So the other thing that I want to show y'all is this, and it's the scale. Let me make sure we're going to be brewing up some coffee here. I just wanted to see. Oh, yep. Forgot to clear my clear my basket from earlier. Oh, goodness. Let me go ahead and show you the scale. I am going to be using this one probably a lot, so I'm definitely super stoked to get it. Okay. So let's go and unbox this. And man, I tell you guys, I pulled a 20-gram shot of espresso and I forgot to clear my basket. Don't do that. I'm using my IMS 20-gram basket, and it's like a straight basket, and that's how you get, you know, a stuck puck. You don't want to do that. Let's not get stuck pucks. Ugh, terrible. Goodness gracious. Let's clean that up for another time. Oh, man. You know, I tell myself, don't do it like that. And what do? All right, guys. So let's go ahead. Let me unbox this bad boy for you. So this is the dye fluid scale that is awesome. I have been using the scale a lot. And really, again, it's being sold as their sister brand. So COFFMETER. it's like coffee and meter put together. So this one, you know, when you buy it, it's less than what dye fluid is selling it for, but it's the same thing. And why that's kind of a big deal is I really feel like this is the one piece of tech that originally I didn't think I really needed. But I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I have gotten more use out of this scale than I have out of any scale I've ever used as a primary scale. So let me just kind of show you in the package. You get your silicone cover, so you don't, you know, anti-slip. This is how cool they are. There are QR codes in the back. I'm not going to show you the QR codes because, yeah, well, I mean, yeah, I guess I could show you those. This is where you connect to the app and all that good stuff. So that is definitely something you want to do. And then there is a protective cover like you would with a cell phone. I'm going to set that right here. And I'll probably put that on later. And then inside is the star of the show. Here's your USB cord because it is USB chargeable, which is awesome. And here's the star of the show. Looks like I'm pulling out an iPhone, extremely well packaged. And there's a reason why it feels like I'm pulling out an iPhone, okay? Because this is a great piece of tech. And I really do recommend this. If you are a pour-over fanatic and you like to do pour-overs, this is just a great piece of tech because what this does is it connects with the app and you could actually test your water flow. And where this has been a big help for me is the way I used my particular dye fluid scale is basically when I was checking out, and if anybody who's watched the review video on this Gemini, you could adjust the screw right here and it adjusts the water flow basically. And that's what I was doing. So because I was able to do that, I was able to put, you know, a cup, put it on the scale, and I could actually see in real time that water flow. So yeah, totally awesome in every single way. For pour overs, oh my goodness. I feel like it's just crazy, made it easy to kind of figure out when I'm getting my water. I was just seeing if I had a kettle around me and I'm pouring it in and I could see it blooming and I could see the pressure and it's just awesome. So I'm just going to tell you guys right now, basically right now, those typically ran about 150. Right now on the site, I think it's 109 with a coupon code. If you click on any of the links in the description, that does help support the channel. You never pay more for that. It just helps support the channel a bit. So I appreciate that. Definitely use those coupons to get a better price. And y'all, it is awesome. This is something I really think is worth it. I could tell you that right now, 100%. It has been nice. Oh man. I'm just reading the comment. Thanks, Thomas. Taking over the machine. That's awesome. Yeah, read the QR codes. Oh my goodness. Yeah, guys, this is really cool. And by the way, happy Father's Day to all the dads. I'm a dad. I'm a geek dad, and I really, really want to say Happy Father's Day. Um, I did share a little picture on my YouTube channel post with my dad and my grandfather and my grandfathers and my father-in-law. So this year's an interesting year. Last year, my last grandfather passed away, and my dad passed away pretty young, guys. I lost my dad when he was 51, and I was in my early 30s. And it's so important to love on your parents and your grandparents. And I don't say this very lightly. I actually say this with a whole heart. Hold on to those people tightly. You never know when their time's going to come. No time is promised to any person on the planet. We are all human, and I know that sounds goofy. I mean, this is called Faith and Coffee Bean. But I'll tell you guys, it's funny. This year is a little hard. My wife and I'm like, wow, we don't have any dads to love on in our life. So it's just super important. I know it sounds silly, guys, but give your dad some love. Give your, if not your dad, if you don't have a dad, my wife's never met her dad. Anyone who is your father figure, grandfather, uncle, and all that stuff, that's so important. And moms, of course. Moms are the real stars. Uh, I'm just saying, you know, time's important. So let's brew some coffee. Yeah, guys, I wanted to go ahead and just get this going. Like I said, I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with this particular one. I might use it in the kitchen. I might let my son start using it. I might do it as a giveaway. I'm kind of trying to think it out. But yeah, just super happy, super stoked to get this. Let me go ahead and just kind of show you again what this is like. So this is literally like getting an iPhone. I mean, this is just a really cool experience. There's no other way to say it. Just dig it. Taking the protective packaging off. I really like the white. I think the white's going to look really good here. It's going to pop. Also, the white might look a little dirty every now and then, but just give me more incentive to clean it. But yeah, I'm digging it. So the app is awesome. You all have seen me use the app quite a lot. And I do recommend getting this because the app is just so awesome. On the back here, you have a portafilter, and there's a little divot. So if you want to go ahead and use this to measure out your portafilter, you definitely can. That is highly recommended. But this thing is just killer. There's just a really good scale. It is literally my favorite scale I've ever used. I like a good miniature scale to put up on the base there while I'm pulling my shots. But this is not that. You can use it for that, but it is a pretty big one. So that's why I use this. Like this is my scale here. That's awesome that I just got from iCap. Yeah, this is a really good one. Been digging this scale. All right, guys, let's go ahead and open up this bag for the first time. Again, this is Intelligentsia El Gallo blend. Let me see here. I want to say this one is, I know it's a light roast. Yeah, right there, light roast. Oh, man, is this Colombian? Goodness gracious. Trying to see where it's from. Honestly, this one also could be a blend. I have to double check. But let's open it up because I have been wanting to give them another try. I haven't had their coffee in a really long time. You guys, these guys are OGs for sure. Been around since 1995. So definitely OGs. I remember hearing their name a lot back in the day. So that's kind of where I was like the other day. I was kind of perusing Amazon, trying to think about what I wanted to try, that I haven't tried in a while. All right. And I'm going to be using my Shandor, listen to me, I always say this name wrong. Chardor, 64 millimeter grinder. Guys, I just replaced the burrs. I put multi-purpose burrs in here. They're the red-coated, titanium-coated if I can speak today, multi-purpose burrs. Say that 10 times. If you haven't already watched that video, it would definitely was interesting. I was trying to put measurables in first, and they just didn't quite fit. But the multi-purpose, awesome. So we're going to be using that. There might be a little bit of dialing in, just forewarning. I might pull a bad shot in the beginning. We'll find out. But guys, yeah, this is the light roast challenge for this. I wanted to go with a good light roast just because I'm still kind of testing these burrs out. Let's give us a smell. Oh man, this is awesome. It smells so good. It's like cinnamon and chocolate. Oh man, it smells so crazy good. Oh my goodness. Let's make sure we got this zeroed out correctly. There we go. Gonna do 18 grams. Man, look at these beans. Look at that beautiful light roast. And awesome. Using my Precision MH Bomber. I am on a hunt for a really good 18 gram basket. I have some great IMS baskets. Yeah, this is off a little bit. That's weird. One more time here. I think it's because where I have it on everything. There we go. Yeah, the scale is super fast. The only times I've ever had really any issues with the scale is user error, like if it's not on an even surface or I have it touching something, but that's all scales. It's very sensitive. I mean, right there, oh my goodness. One bean, you can see a nice difference. So I'm at 18.1, I'll take that. Alrighty. Let's do some RDT. Okay, and again, this might be a little bit of kind of dialing in. Let me go ahead and show you guys the grinder a little bit here. Yeah, ever since I've done this upgrade on the grinder, it's been a cool experience. I've noticed definitely more clarity in what I'm doing. Tastes better. And I don't think it's just my imagination. I think it actually is doing what it's supposed to do. So I am going to start this off at a 20. 10 is my true 0 point now since I put in the new burrs. So I'm going to start off with a 20 and see how that goes. I've never used these before, so this is absolutely the first time I'm using them. Okay. I'm going to go direct to portafilter here. Some stragglers. Okay. See how this puppy tastes. Yeah, guys, dye fluid just makes really good stuff. So I really like it when companies are just like, hey, we're going to do something that's a little more cost effective, because that's all what I am about. I got to save some money. All right, so let's go ahead, turn the sucker on. Yeah, I've noticed since I put in the new burrs, the multi-purpose, it's going a little bit slower than what it was before, but that makes sense because this is really made for stock. Smells so good. It's like, I'm telling you guys, I get a lot of cinnamon off of this. Maybe like an allspice. All right, let's go ahead. Let me clear this up just a little bit. I think I have a couple more beans in there. Wow. Can't get over that smell. Delicious. Here we go. We're all clear. Awesome, awesome. All right, let's do some more WDT work here. Wow, these feel really good too. It's nice when you put the needles in, you could kind of feel, you do it so much, you start to kind of feel the flow of what you think is going to be good. So I think I might have got the right size when it comes to grind size. There we go. And this is kind of a little late for me to do espresso, but I don't care. It's Father's Day. My wife asked me what I want to do for Father's Day, and I was like, let's go out to dinner, Saturday and Sunday. Let's watch Captain America and stay home and do nothing. Order food in. And that's what we've done. I love that. A chill Father's Day is a good Father's Day. Okay, guys, let's go ahead. I'm going to go for, let me clean this cup a tiny bit. And then we'll pull the shot here. All right, let's get this shot pulled. It smells so good, though. Oh, my goodness. The aroma coming off of that, I mean, it's just killer. There we go. Get you guys as close as I can. Okay. All right, let's get the shot pulled. Yeah, I think I might have went too fine, big time. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. Yeah, this is nuts. Yeah, I said I was going to have to dial it in. Bummer. Oh my goodness, not even a drip. Oh, killing me. Oh, I hate that. That's the worst when you're like so fine. It's like kind of a joke. This is where you got to dial in new beans. And I do this. I do this to myself, y'all. All right, so I'm going to go up about 5. Oh, my goodness gracious. I'm just going to stop this because I already know how that's going to be. I normally would kind of push that through because I'm a geek and I don't like to waste coffee. Even if it's bad coffee, I'll taste it. But I know this is not going to be what I want. Bummer, bummer, bummer. All right, let's go ahead. I went up 5 more levels here on my grinder, and I think that might be the sweet spot. You got to do it, guys. Got to do it. Ah, what a bummer. Okay. Oh, I hate that. I really do. Oh, I was smelling that coffee, and I was getting so excited, and I was thinking, ooh, this is going to be good. And sure enough, womp womp. Let me clean this up a little bit. Oh, goodness. I hate that. Not what I wanted. Hey, guys, but this is why I do these live videos. I'm not some crazy, super professional person. I'm the home barista guy. I'm the guy who's going to make mistakes and not a trained pro. That's why you watch the pros. You watch me because you might want to be like, hey, this guy's going to make mistakes, maybe like I do, or I'm going to tell this bozo how to do it. That's how it feels sometimes. Oh, my goodness gracious. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let's try this one more time. Okay. We're going to do 18 grams. I got it at 5 levels higher, 5 clicks higher. Put in these new burrs. Look what I do. Get it so fine, I choke it. All right. Wow, that was almost 18 grams. Goodness gracious. Okay. 18.6. Let's take a little tiny bit off the top here. 18.3. Just a little bit. 18 on the dot. That's what I'm talking about. And it smells so good. A little RDT. Whoop. Goodness gracious. Live video. All right. There we go. Yeah, these beautiful beans. Okay. Hey, at least my portafilter's nice and hot and good to go. There's the plus side out of it. Yeah, you can see it even coming a lot faster because it's not as fine. All right, I'm gonna give this a little tap to even it out, see if I have any more in there. Hey guys, I'm actually thinking about buying a DF54. So this is a 64 millimeter grinder, and I know that the DF54 is what a lot of folks straight up say is the true budget king as far as a good quality grinder goes. And I'm actually thinking of picking up a DF54 pretty soon, maybe next month, maybe in a couple weeks. And I want to do a head-to-head with the DF54 versus the Chardor 64 millimeter flatbed grinder. I think that'd be a good head-to-head. Tell me what y'all think about that. I have, you guys, it's so hard for me to pull the trigger on some stuff. I know I get a lot of stuff in, and I'm very thankful because sometimes I have brands reach out, or, you know, they'll just, I've shared this before, guys. My wife has a YouTube channel, and because my wife has a YouTube channel, she does a really cool Amazon storefront. And then we'll have brands reach out to us because we kind of do the Amazon influencer thing, and they'll say, "Hey guys, like, hey, will you do this?" Or, you know, or whatnot. Basically, we'll reach out to them, and every now and then I get some cool stuff, and that's where I've been able to get a lot of great stuff for the channels just by doing that and having good partnerships and stuff. But when it comes to spending my own money, I am super frugal. I'm crazy frugal. My wife's like, always like, "You're the biggest cheapskate." Like, what's wrong with you? But I will take a lot of time in deciding if I want to buy something or what I'm going to do. This Gemini that I'm using is something I bought for myself, and I love it. I'm so thankful, and it's been such a pleasure using it. And I cannot recommend it more. It's awesome. It's basically the Me Coffee version 1.1 or the Torrent Legato version 1.1. That's basically what this is. And it is a great, great machine. Other thing, guys, I think I'm going to do it sometime next week. But I was actually thinking of putting all my budget, well, a good portion of it, my budget espresso machines, and do it head-to-head. I was thinking about lining them all up in my kitchen and doing the Gemini to the Tune E2, the Hybrew 10B, and a lot of my Gevies. I have a Gevi all-in-one and the new Gevi that I just got. And just to let you guys know, I finally know when it's going to come out, my new Gevi that I got to do the review on. It's an all-metal Gevi, and I know the price point finally. So I know the price point and when it's going to come out. And I'm one of, I really think I'm the first person in YouTube to do a video on it. So stoked about that. All right, guys, let's go ahead. Let's pull the shot. Let's see if I can get some redemption here. 18 grams. I'm shooting for about 35 seconds, about 35 to 40 out. Come on now. Want a whole, yeah, there we go. Now I got some business right now, some business cooking. Definitely a little bit higher than I'd like to be on the pressure coming out through the coffee, through the puck. But I think, oh goodness, I forgot to turn on my scale. I'll have to eyeball it. I'll stop it at about 35. Yeah, actually, I'll stop it right now. 33. Again, I don't know the exact out. I was a goober and I didn't turn on my scale. So that is all me, y'all. That was me. 100% user error. Okay, so let's go ahead and give this a little stir. And then we'll put on the refractometer. Again, the refractometer, oh, I had it up here, it was super hot. That is being sold, the new one, that at the lower cost, is the same refractometer. So that's why I kept that one in the box. Give it a little test. I think that I can go, I wouldn't want, I don't know if I want to go coarser on this one. Okay. 9.65. I actually, believe it or not, might go a little bit finer. I'll tell you why. So 9.65, right in the espresso zone. I like to be at 10 or 11 personally, but I'll take that. Let's give us a little taste. Cheers. Too late for coffee? No way. No way. I've never had this. Well, at least it's been a long time since I haven't had anything from them. Interesting. That is interesting. It lacks a little bit of body. Of course, that could be user error. It tastes pretty good. I mean, it doesn't taste bad. I might pull another shot, of course. There wasn't a lot of crema on this, but I will kind of say something, guys. I was halfway expecting with this to get, especially because they're known for being a specialty coffee roaster. Now I know that this is a long time ago, and I know they've been around for a long time, so I'm not gonna diss on it in any way. I've had their stuff before, and it's been excellent, but it's been a while. I'm gonna admit that it's actually been a while. There's not a roast date on this. This is a best used by date, so this says 1/8/2026. My guess this was probably roasted, probably January of this year. And if that's the case, we're looking at a 6-month-old, basically, bean, from roast time. Now that and to me, I think if the beans were fresher, I think I would have tasted a little bit better. It's good. It is still good, but pulling espresso, I definitely want to get good crema and that better mouthfeel. Honestly, I might end up using this more for my ratio and doing pour overs, or letting my son use it for because he does a lot of pour overs. He's been using the ratio like nobody's business, guys. I never thought. I mean, like I kind of thought he would use it a lot, but now he's really been using it a lot. So that's probably where this puppy's going to be. I'm actually going to go a smidge finer. I'm going to do this one more time, because I am curious if I can get a little more crema out of that by going finer. It's not going to be where I want to be pressure-wise, but I'm curious at this point. So, curiosity. But yeah, guys, I think this bag here would be pretty good for doing a good pour-over, V60, Chemex, going ahead and doing something like the ratio. I tend to go with, my favorite roast for espresso tends to be more medium. I don't like going dark because I don't want it to be burnt, but I like a good medium roast. And yeah, I know that probably sounds a little mid, a little like middle of the road there, but that tends to be what I like for espresso. Pour overs, I tend to go light roast. So I appreciate a good fruity light roast for a pour over. I like sometimes that tea filling, where it's light on the tongue and could just sip it while I'm eating a meal. My son and I always get Get flack for my wife because we both could have coffee with our meals, and she's always like, "What are you guys doing? Y'all are freaks." I don't know. We're both secretly 80-year-old men. And it's not iced coffee. It's like straight up like hot coffee. All right, guys, let's try this one more time. I'm gonna go ahead and get this grind a little in between there. I guess I'm trying to dial it in, figure out what's gonna give me the best results. So let's do this one more time. Okay. And y'all, if you're joining right now, I hope you had a great Father's Day, or if you have a father in your life and you wish them a happy Father's Day, definitely a good thing. You know, father figures are always good. A lot of things I was just talking to my 17-year-old about the other day. I was sharing some memories of my grandfathers, I should say, and both my wife and I were kind of raised by both. Our grandparents were really big into our life, so that was kind of a big thing. So I fondly think of times with my grandpa. I could tell you guys this: my grandparents are what really started my love of coffee, 110%. My grandfather owned a construction company, and my grandmother helped run that construction company. So I have many memories of waking up before the sun comes up with my grandparents, and my grandma doing very Mexican American style coffee with either what are those called? The hoja? No, not hoja. Oh, olla. Oh man, it's gonna kill me. A little like kind of like way of heating up the coffee in like a Mexican pot, or she would just put it on a giant coffee machine, and she would throw her cinnamon sticks in and a lot of really cool stuff. And then she would always, I have this vivid memory of her putting cinnamon, cream, and sugar into her coffees, and just, oh my goodness, so many great memories. And my grandfather filling up that coffee jug to take on a busy work day. When you run a construction company, you need some caffeine. My son asked me the other day why I didn't get into the family business. My grandma would not let me do that. It's hard work. Asphalt and paving. Oh, goodness. All right, let's give us a little tap, and we'll grab the last bit out here. What's been going on lately? There we go. Nice and clear. Awesome. Look at that. Doesn't that look beautiful? All right. Dropping stuff. Watch it now. Hey guys, I've always wondered this too. Is there a good technique, or anyone recommend? Some people say do like a figure eight when you're doing your WDT. I've heard people say go around. I've heard people, I tend to go in little circles like this when I do my WDT work. How do you do your WDT? Because I'm telling you guys, I want to learn. I want to know and figure out what is the best and most recommended way of doing it. So if I have any suggestions on that, even if you watch this later on, leave me a comment. Let me know what y'all think, because that is something I've always wondered. And I have kind of thought about starting a poll on that. Kind of getting everyone's ideas. Hey, thanks. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I love this setup. This is one of my favorite combinations of grinder and machine. It's definitely my ultimate kind of budget setup for, well, what I consider budget. Okay. There we go. Looks nice and pretty. Let's do the puck screen. Oops. All right, guys, let's give this one more shot. One more shot here. shoot until you make it. Okay. And I will remember to turn my scale on. All right, y'all. Here's the moment of truth. I'm brewing at 203. I believe it's a 4-second pre-infusion I got on there. Let's pull this. So again, pushed it a bit. Definitely still slow. I really, guys, I was trying to see if I could push it a little bit and get some more crema. And I think I'm going to get, I'm going to get there. I'm going to get where I want to be. Of course, if I was using the dye fluid, this is one of those things with the app. You can go ahead and do measure your flow rates. That's kind of interesting, especially when you look at your pressure over here. You could think about how the puck is breaking down. That's kind of the geeky part of it all. It is running long, but that's okay. I'm actually going to let that go. And I'm going to stop it right here. So 50 seconds, 30, almost 34 out. Not ideal, but more crema, you know. And that's kind of what I was trying to go for on this one. Not that crema is the be-all, end-all. So I'm going to tell you guys, crema is not the be-all, end-all. But it does create a good mouthfeel. And that's something nice. I do think for this particular bag, I think if it was a little fresher, I would have gotten way better results. That's my guess. I got this from Amazon. I love getting my stuff on Amazon because, guys, I live in an area that's I live in the country. I'm in Florida, but I definitely live in a town that's known for its horses and is very country. And when I mean country, I got bears that come up my backyard and will eat my trash if I'm not careful. So I do live in the country. 9.84, nice on the meter. So Amazon's nice for me because I don't have the best selection here locally, except for my local my local roasters. Cheers, everybody. Again, crema's kind of falling apart on that one. Yeah, this is better. Yeah, it sounds crazy to even say that, but it is. Definitely a better mouthfeel. Very tasty. It's a tasty coffee. It's bright. It's a great light roast. Like I said, I'm more than likely going to use this more for pour overs. My son will get a kick out of it. So that's what's important to me. Oh, no way. So you just got the same machine. Good for you. Yeah. Is it the Gemini version, the Turin Legato, or the Me Coffee? Because they're all basically the same. Mhm. Yeah, finish that sucker right there. So yeah, pretty good. But I don't know if I would buy a bag so soon. To be honest, guys, I like finding really good stuff. I just can't wait to order again. And my fear, that's the problem. That was kind of what I was trying to get to with Amazon, especially if you are buying something a little more commodity. I know that kind of kills me to say because this is an OG company, an OG roaster. But I really like seeing that roast date on there. You know, I really do. I try to stick to folks that are showing the roast dates, not a sell by date. Because sell by date, that is really what you see in most markets. You know, most supermarkets going to have that right on the shelf. So, again, not a bad thing. I don't want to poo-poo anything, but I don't know. It wasn't what I was expecting, to be honest with you guys. Not the worst, not the best. Oh, cool. The Latin Tro. Oh, I don't think I've heard of that one. That's awesome. Yeah, that's kind of what I like about this unit. I didn't realize the history of it. I thought it was about 3 or 4 years out in the market, but this has been out for a long time now, guys. So this is the version 1.1 here in the States. So it doesn't have the OPV. It's not the version 2. Here in the States, Gemini hasn't put out that version 2. It's only with Turin Legato on Espresso Outlet, which is they're great. Love Espresso Outlet. They're a great organization, and Me Coffee. So Yeah, I love this machine. It's so cool. It has literally been my favorite machine. I was just telling my son this the other day, and he was kind of laughing at me a tiny bit, but I just got the new Gevi machine. It's all white, metal construction. It's beautiful. Review if anyone's looking for a cool machine. Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. So the price point for that machine is going to be $300 to start off. It's going to be available in August. So $300 available in August. That's the Gevi 58 millimeter, all metal construction, OPV, three-way solenoid, 58 millimeters, like I mentioned, PID controlled, volumetrics, everything's available on it. That's a really cool unit. I think it is gorgeous, very modern, very sleek, $300. But, you know, I put that in the kitchen. I put this back in my coffee corner here. And I tell y'all, uh, you know, I'm a geek. I got quite a few machines. I got my Gemini up here. As I drop stuff, my Gemini up here, my owl. Got some of my grinders over there. But you know, when you get a machine back and you're like, oh, that's the machine I love. Like it kind of gives you the warm fuzzy feelings. Then you know you got the right machine. So I was happy to see this back in the coffee corner. You know, definitely happy. No other way to say it. Digging it. All right, guys. I hope everyone has a great Sunday. Happy New Week to everybody. Happy Father's Day for those who celebrate Father's Day. I really appreciate you all so much. Thanks so much again. I've had a lot of new subscribers, and a lot of new folks watching videos. A lot of folks from Asia, India, parts of South Asia, and all over. You guys are awesome. I really, that is one of my favorite regions when it comes to coffee. I grew up in Southern California, so LA area, Orange County. So I grew up with a very diverse area. So I just love it. I'm exposed to some good coffees when I was younger. Anyways, guys, I really appreciate you all so much. Thanks so much for watching. Again, my name's Tony. You're watching Faith and Coffee Bean. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already.